school hockey. It's a Saturday afternoon affair as the Cardinals welcome the Duluth Denfeld Hunters for a little non-conference action. Joe Young, Jerry Grant. Howie Shapiro is not here.
Howie's not here today.
I'm just so used to saying it. Joe Young and Jerry Grant up above. And Jerry, this is a Denfeld team coming off of a win last night over Minneapolis, 7-4. They've scored 15 goals in their first two games.
Yes, they have. And last night, so hopefully they'll be a little tired today, but they got off to a really slow start. Minneapolis jumped out 3-0, but then in the third period, Denfeld scored 4 unanswered goals to put that game away. So that probably got them in the mood for today's game. We'll see their jump right off the drop of the puck.
And they get most of their production from their top line. 13 of their 15 goals have come from this top line. John Scott leads the way with 7 goals, 5 assists, but his wings have 4 and 6 and 2 and 8 respectively. So 2 guys with 10 points each and 1 with 12 points through 2 games. Cardinals win the opening draw. Pass doesn't click, and that will be icing.
Well, remember last game the Cardinals used a lot of stretch passes. Let's see if they do that again today.
Well, and in that game against Chisago, Ben Kish had a breakaway 10 seconds into the game on a stretch pass. And the Cardinals are going to line up, 1 against 1 and just go speed for speed and see if they can neutralize that top line and then just beat them with their depth. There's a pass looking for Barsness breaking through, but it was in his skates. Denfeld able to bring it back in. Scott working in the corner, troubled by Kish. He'll work it out to the point. Quick shot is blocked. Bowden can't tip it past. Barsness will settle, get it into the zone, and offside as Bowden was trying to straddle the blue line, but could only wait so long.
You can only wait so long, only straddle it so long when the other player makes that little move before the line. Get that zone, then make your move if you can.
Off the draw, Tyson can't pull it through. Getting it free is Backstrom. He gets it to the blue line but can't get it deep. Now flung in deep by Jacob Fierro. Stopped up behind the net by Wagner. Bresnahan takes over. He'll play it on the left wing. Quick one-touch pass. Caden Alphin through center. Backhands it down in deep. Doyle will turn it around. Alphin waiting for it in the corner. Up to the point. Shot by Hazelwood, didn't make it through. Alphin point blank, and Doyle makes the save. Still loose in the crease, banging away at it. But Doyle able to cover it up as he was sliding back into his net.
A good shot. Any shot you can take.
And that, again, like we talked about, that's going to be the key, right? If those first 2 lines, their first shift, canceled each other out, no opportunities. Early on in their first shift, the second line for Coon Rapids getting down and getting some chances. Engberg to Alphin. His shot was disrupted a little bit by Nephew as he tried to get it off. That shot from the point made it through. Ends up in the glove of Doyle, and he'll hang on for another defensive zone faceoff.
No, you want a lot of shots early, just like the last game against Chisago Lakes. Both teams had 5 shots in about the first 3 minutes. So the Cardinals like the offensive pressure.
Alex Udd against Clark in the draw. Udd able to win the draw for the Hunters. Puck played behind the net. Up the near side, the pass from Backstrom was behind Fierro, but he's able to get to it and get it deep. Hazelwood chased behind his own net, leaves it behind. It handcuffed Bush. Played back out to the point. Shot made it through traffic and ends up wide into the near corner. Turning is Backstrom. Puck came off his stick, and it was played out by Jack Barsness. Jack Barsness can't get past the official. A regroup by the Hunters just inside their own zone, working their way back to the faceoff dots. Good pressure from Andrew Clark on the forecheck. Gets the turnover. Barsness back out front. Clark tied up by Nolan Udd, was not able to get his shot off. And that one just in a little too early. The Cardinals weren't able to clear before Bresnahan tried to get in after the loose puck.
That was a nice little passing sequence or 2 by the Cardinals. First lines are back out against each other.
Hunters win the draw. John Scott will dump it in and chase. Bresnahan trying to slow him up. Scott gets to it. Bresnahan steals it right back. Lutalapi gets it to Scott. Short angle shot off the side of the net. Got it back, trying to feed it out front. That shot deflected out front, ends up in the corner. Scott dropped by Novak in the corner. Still on top of the puck, kicked at, comes free. Scott ends up with it, out to the point. That shot blocked by Kish. Quick shot misses wide for Nolan Harju.
They got to cover those guys in that slot area. Quick pass from behind the net.
Kish able to get it out. It was deflected, so no icing. Bowden works around, tried to play it behind, hit the side of the net. He's bumped into the goaltender by the defender, McGinn. That ends up forcing the net off. Gets a whistle, and we'll have a face-off in the Duluth-Denfeld end.
Yeah, got a little lost in coverage there. The Cardinals on that opportunity by the Hunters where they had the guy behind the net. The guy snuck his way into the old seam there in the slot, and one-time pass shot. Luckily, it didn't go in.
They face it off in the neutral zone. That's a win for the Hunters because it was the body check by their defender that forced the net off the moorings. Should have been a defensive zone draw, in my humble opinion. Engberg flips it toward the net, and it's covered up quickly by the goaltender, Connor Doyle.
Yeah, good idea. Drive wide, get the puck to the net. Always a winner.
Face off to the left at Doyle. The Hunters able to win. Erickson behind his own net, takes a look. Tries to get it ahead. It was off the skates of Fierro, but they get it into the zone. A shot misses high and wide by Backstrom. Comes all the way back out to center. Back across it comes. Erickson will wait. Plays it to his partner, Brady Wick. Wick to center. His pass went right past Backstrom, who was headed for a change. Bush, long pass. That is deflected up into the crowd.
And another whistle.
Andrew Clark to face it off against Tristan Nephew, just outside the Coon Rapids blue line. Jumping on it is Jack Barsness. He'll play it in right on Doyle. Doyle will leave it there in the corner for Udd. Udd swings it around. Pressuring is Clark, but the Hunters able to get it out to center. Barsness will slow down Nephew. Clark will play it back in deep. Doyle leaves it there behind his net, scooped up by McGinn. He'll reverse. That pass was deflected, played back in deep by Novak. Comes around near side. Tristan Golan fires it across the top of the blue, all the way to the far side. Novak will play it back in and around. With it is Golan out to Bresnahan, walking in and scores! Found Rowan Bresnahan sneaking in. Put it on his tape right about the top of the circle. He fires far side and gets Coon Rapids on the board first.
Well, good job sneaking into that soft spot and getting a nice pass and getting on the board for the first goal of the game.
Tristan Golan, who had 2 goals, including an empty netter in that win over Chisago Lakes, starts with an assist here.
Yeah, he's on a roll.
Kish plays it across. Barsness fires it in. Bowden bumped in the corner. Kish trying to get it back to him. They battle deep. Coming in to scoop it up is Scott. Scott knocked off the puck by Kish as he got a little tied up with one of his own teammates. Scott will flip it to the line. Held in there by Novak. Leaves it for Kish. Kish trying to get it to Bowden. That was intercepted. Played out to center. Bresnahan gets in the way of the pass. Bouncing puck ends up in the Coon Rapids zone. Bowden picks it up. We've got a delayed penalty as Barsness fires wide. Oh, he had offside. I saw the hand come up and thought it was penalty. Instead, here's Barsness. Circles away in the far corner. Looks to the point. Lane is covered. Tried to get Bresnahan cruising down the wing, but that was intercepted. Played the length of the ice. Lutalapi gets there before it gets to the icing line, and he's tied up in the corner by Bush. Barsness pass doesn't click with Bresnahan. Back out at center. The Hunters regroup in their own end. This one played ahead, back into the Coon Rapids end. Bresnahan just quickly across and out to Tyson. Tyson pressured but maintains possession. Fans on the pass attempt. Alphen pushes it ahead to Campbell-Liza. Couldn't clear. Alphen snaps a shot. Blocker saved by Doyle. Cross ice pass doesn't click for the Hunters. Nice little move by Nolan Hazelwood to find room and then gets it to Tyson. Tyson down the wing. Gets it to Engberg. Tried to center. That was stopped up. Back the other way comes Corey Backstrom. Backstrom to center. He'll dump it in and head for a line change. Hunters getting some fresh legs on the ice. Hazelwood swings it around. Tandon Bush will send it out to center. Tyson was tied up there. Hunters regroup in their own end again. This one deflected, knocked down, fanned on by Alphen, recovered in the corner. Hazelwood able to get it out to center, sent right back in. Here's Tandon Bush stepping up, tried to get the red line and dump, but that was knocked down. Gets it back as he takes it off the stick of McGinn. Now tied up by 3 Denfeld players. Puck comes free. The Hunters have it. Bush flips it high, right in on net. Doyle will cover as he had Engberg.
Yeah, Hunters.
Or no, that's Barsness rather. It was coming in to put a little pressure, force him to cover it up.
Hunters doing a little better job here as the game's going along, clogging up that neutral zone and intercepting passes in that last shift. So see if they can keep that up.
Face-off win for Scott, kept in at the line by Novak. Lutalapi will play it behind. Harju off the boards. Good job by Kish to deny the puck to Scott. Hunter's able to win it back. Kish again, another good body, keeping Harju off the puck. And we've got a hand pass. Oh, no, we've got our first penalty. Denfeld going to be called for a cross check as Nolan Harju heads to the sin bin.
Well, that's so far the Cardinals are doing a very good job on that first line. They're not giving them time and space, and if you do that all game, they'll get frustrated and take a few penalties. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, they had the second shift. They had one good chance on the one-timer in the slot, but Barsness into the middle, and Kish didn't get what he wanted on the shot attempt. Played back out front, but bounces away. Barsness back out to the point. Bresnahan. Bresnahan will snap it through, looking for a tip. Kish couldn't get a stick on it. Played to the line. Bresnahan holds. Barsness tried to dump it deep on the backhand, and it was deflected and easy clear for Lutalapi. Bresnahan from behind his own net. He will skate, waiting for pressure. And he will get it all the way into the zone, circle back, out to the point. Tyler Barsness across for Caden Alphen. Alphen to Bresnahan. Back to Barsness on the far side. In the middle, Tyson looked to get it to Alphen, but the pass a little bit behind him. Alphen walking in. One-timer from Tyson goes wide. Alphen again, up top, Bresnahan. Tyler Barsness trying to go back door, and Engberg was there just a little bit too wide, and it deflected wide of the mark. Bresnahan, his pass gets past Tyson, collected by Engberg. Engberg will leave it in the corner for Tyson. Tyson trying to get away from a body check, gets some support. Puck comes free. Barsness across, Bresnahan, backdoor seam feed for Engberg. Puck bouncing, and it allows Denfeld to get a clear, but only as far as center. Tried to get a couple extra bodies in, and there's no way that was offside.
But that's what the referee said.
And because it was carried in offside, we get a stoppage. 22 seconds left on the power play. Good possession, but zero shots on goal on this power play. They have had a couple of attempts that just went wide.
Yep, they did.
But have not been able to put it on net. Good pressure on the puck from Valtteri Luuttalappi. He gets it back in deep. Cardinals with an opportunity for one last rush. Jack Barsness gets it to Golan. Golan, his shot blocked and ends up off the end board. Swung back to the near side by Erickson. Cardinals recover. Golan trying to get it back in the corner. Clark able to force it in deep. Centering attempt was cut off and flipped out to center by McGinn. This is going to be offside as it hit the skates of Luuttalappi. Nearly sprung him on a breakaway, but it hit his skates and he was in offside.
Yep, just a little bit off on that pass. Otherwise, that would have been trouble. But now it's just a whistle.
And a relatively successful power play for the Cardinals in that they kept it in the zone, they moved it, they set up, got good opportunities, just not able to get it directed on goal.
Yeah, especially when they hit that bumper in the middle on that one. Too bad that was not on net.
There were a couple of times they were able to get that bumper with a little bit of room. Great job by Novak on his butt, able to pass that puck ahead. Barsness into the zone, tried to leave it off. Denfeld had the numbers. And now here's an opportunity. Behind the defense is Erickson, or Backstrom rather, but Wagner able to come out, challenge, and make the save.
Just enough back pressure to avoid that, getting tight and making a move. So decided to shoot the puck, and nice save.
It was good speed from Backstrom, and fortunate that Bresnahan did not take a penalty there as the goalkeeper came up and made the save. Kept in at the line, and now played out to center. Tyson will sweep it in as he takes a check just in front of the penalty box. Doyle leaves it there. Engberg there to bring the forecheck pressure. Back behind the net. Erickson up the boards for Smith. Smith can't get it out. The shot by Bush turned away by Doyle. And here's Smith back with it, skating and playing across for Liam Doyle. Doyle will dump it in deep. They'll get a line change. Cardinals, long pass to Tyson at center ice. Tyson trying to find some room, gets through a couple of guys, but eventually turns it over. Here's Luuttalappi. Luuttalappi will take the shot. Blocker save. And Denfeld works it back to the point. That shot didn't get through the traffic. That one did, but turned away by Wagner. Alphen able to get it out to center. Sent right back in by DeCampoliza. Tandon Bush. Long pass to Andrew Clark at center ice. Looking for help. Has it. Barsness tried to get it back to him, but the lane was closed. Denfeld plays it to the line. Held in by Bresnahan, then tipped off his stick and out to center by John Scott.
Good passing again, but nothing to show for it.
Golan got in, then had it tipped off his stick. Scott able to get past Bresnahan. Good recovery to chop it away. This one played in on the goaltender and deflected into the corner. Bresnahan will skate ahead. Golan's stick was lifted. That one came in on net. Icing waved off on this one, and Wagner will leave it there for Bresnahan. Bresnahan turns and skates up the middle of the ice. He will lead the rush. Over for Clark. Clark down the wing, trying to feed to center. That was deflected up and over into the corner. Golan will swing it back down and around. That pass doesn't click with Backstrom behind him, and that will be icing with 4:18 to go. Period number one.
Nice drive to the net by Bresnahan. Golan was turning into the trailer, but the defender did a good job taking that pass away with his stick. Otherwise, that would have been a really nice opportunity there.
Well, and the Cardinals early on really, you can see trying to set up east-west plays in the offensive zone. Shot by Bowden. Misses wide. Held at the line by Hazelwood. Kish will send it back into the corner. Bowden jams at it. Support comes from Kish. Kicked into the far corner. Kish trying to keep body position against McGinn. Those two both go down, and this is going to end up being a Coon Rapids penalty. No, it's going to be both penalties.
Both rough and a rough, maybe. Yeah, it's all right to check the guy, but that little extra when you throw him to the ground, usually end up in roughing.
When your hands come up, that's when the referee's arm goes up as well. At least I think they're issuing penalties to both sides. If not, yeah, they're going and asking Denfeld. No, Denfeld's going to get a penalty or a power play here.
Well,
they had possession of the puck. I'm not sure why the whistle blew.
Blew it a little bit on the wrong timing there. So Kish is in. We'll see the power play. That looked like it was pretty good last night.
Lutalompi high on the near side, down into the corner for Scott. Gets it back on the midboard. Up top, Wick nearly mishandled, but able to keep it in. Here's Lutalompi. He'll take his shot. That misses wide for the far side. Nolan Harju recovers.
Tips.
Looking back door for Scott, and that pass didn't click. Cardinals able to get it and play it the length of the ice. Stahlberger sends it 200 feet. Comes Brady Wick. Into the zone, leaves it off for Lutalompi. Lutalompi leaves it there. Walking in is Harju. He'll take the shot. Blocker save up in the air, batted to the corner, and that will be a hand pass.
Okay, that helps. That helps the penalty kill right there. Get the puck out of the zone and get a draw down away from their net. About halfway through, it looks like Denfeld likes to do the old backdoor shot pass type play on the power play, looking for that tip in.
The high umbrella.
Umbrella.
You don't see a lot.
No.
We talked about it during the Chisago games that, the box plus one, the 1-3-1, the diamond with a bumper in the middle, whatever you want to call that.
Yep.
Power play has become
the one.
What everyone wants to run, but sometimes. Especially if you have a crew that can set up and do a either or.
It doesn't matter what power play you run, just so you run it.
Yeah.
That's right.
High umbrella, low umbrella, overload.
You have a one-person advantage, set up the 2-on-1 somewhere and cash in.
Lutalompi dangling near the blue line. He'll take his shot. Deflection out front by Scott. But Wagner able to make the save.
Yeah, there's that tip. Get a guy in the front and put it on his stick for a tip in, and Wagner did a good job staying with that puck. And that unit goes off the ice for the Hunters, which is probably a good thing. See what their number 2 unit does. Probably not as much as the first one would, I'm guessing.
A scrum off the face-off, held at the blue line by McGinn. That shot deflected up and ends up in the near corner. Hazelwood can't poke it free. Backdoor feed and fanned on by Nephew. He had a wide open cage in front of him. This one played all the way down.
Down she goes, and Cardinals did a nice job of killing off that power play for the Hunters.
This one dumped in deep. Kish in on the attack, wins the puck trying to center, and it rolled off his stick. Hunter's able to get it back out to center. Nolan Hazelwood for Tyler Barsness. He gets it into the zone. Tried to drag it through his skates. Got caught up. He's slowed down in the corner again by McGinn. Denfeld able to clear to center. Kish will enter down the left wing. His shot deflected, ends up in the far corner. Barsness will get it back down to him. Kish kicks it free, gets it back for Barsness. Short angle shot, rebound still loose. Doyle. And Bowden pinned in the crease. And if I'm the official, I give a penalty there for holding. He was not making much effort to get off of Bowden, especially once the puck got out to center.
No, he was
Scott
not.
Nearly with a steal. Hazelwood able to keep it. Plays it to an area. Tyson out front looking for Alphen and just out of his reach. Back door. Tyson short angle shot, and the net comes off as Doyle tried to seal the post.
Yeah, nice job by Doyle, and giving a little extra push there, and somehow the net came off. Sometimes it's your best friend when you have a little extra pressure your way.
Alphen against Scott. Tie up. Tyson shot. Glove save Doyle. We'll try it again.
Good draw win. Good shot. Doyle did his job freezing that puck. Get another face-off.
Off the draw, DeCampoliza plays it around. Engberg back out front, a chance and a goal for Caden Alphen.
Well, sometimes you have to be in the right spot at the right time, and that puck somehow ended up right in front of the net, all alone, and in that thing goes to give a 2-0 lead to the Cardinals. Alphen was right there at the right time, Joe. That's a big goal with only 23 seconds left in the period.
Yeah, we always talk about it. You never want to give up goals in the first minute or last minute of any period, but especially when you're already down 1-0. And it was the Cardinals' second line out there against the top line for Denfeld. So
yeah, that's a bonus right there.
Theoretically, the Hunters had the advantage, but in conversations with the Coon Rapids coaches, they said yes, that top Hunters line, very good offensively, but they can be victimized in the defensive end, and they were able to do so. It was just a hold and just throw it toward the front, ends up right on Alphen's stick all alone between the hash marks. And Doyle got a piece of it, but it ends up behind him. First goal of the year for Caden Alphen, and a 2-0 lead for the Coon Rapids Cardinals as we head to the first intermission. We're just getting started. A lot more to come. You're watching Boys High School Hockey on CTN.
Want to know the who, what, when, and where of Coon Rapids? Then follow CTN on social media. It's that simple. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, keep up with local news, sports, and events. And the people who make our community such a great place to live. So give us a follow, like, share, or subscribe, and always be the first to know what's up in Coon Rapids. That's CTN, helping you stay connected.
Back at the Crick and just about ready to get the second period started. A nice start for the home team. Coon Rapids getting a goal midway through. Actually, it was kind of early on, a little less than 5 minutes in, from Rowan Bresnahan, and then a last-minute goal from Caden Alphen to give them a 2-0 lead. They hold a 11-7 shot advantage through 17 minutes.
Yeah, they had 5 shots I counted in the house, and Duluth Denfeld had 4 in the house, and Coon Rapids had 2 odd rushes. And Denfeld had 0 that turned into odd rushes. So pretty good defense by Coon Rapids so far in this game. They got to keep that up, keep an eye on that front line of Denfeld, and just keep playing their game.
Again, you look at a line like this top line at Denfeld with 32 points through 2 games. They've done a nice job of neutralizing a couple opportunities generated by that Hunter top line. You would expect they would bring some pressure, but they have not been able to make it pay off just yet. Scott gets it in deep, centers, taken away by Barsness. His pass didn't click. Puck loose, poke back down to Scott in the corner. Scott up to the point, it hops over a stick. Kish is going to get in on a breakaway. Ben Kish all alone. The save by Doyle.
Big save by Doyle.
And this is played the length of the ice for icing. Tried to get a stretch pass to Lunalampi, and they just didn't connect.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you one thing that's a little tricky about this rink. You can see it. Both corners are still wet, and that puck will stop. That makes it very difficult as a defender to try to find a way to get that puck moving.
Yeah, a little soupy at both ends. Face-off win by the Cardinals, but they say false start. Lunalampi for the draw against Alphen. Alphen a chance off the draw. Doyle makes a save with his shoulder and is able to cover up.
And what did I just talk about? That puck stopped on a dime as the Denfeld players trying to handle it, and boom, opportunity.
Face-off win for Scott. Swung around by Erickson. Engberg can't stop it up. Played across by Lutalampi. Bush gets to it and plays it back in deep. McGinn behind his own net. Round the boards, chopped ahead by Harju, and here comes Scott. John Scott into the corner, ran into traffic, centered, a chance for Lutalampi. Scott a little slow to get up behind the net.
Yeah, he hit his head in the boards there.
This one flipped up to center. Golan with a breakaway. He'll go to the backhand, and he airmails it over the pipe. 2 breakaways in the first minute 15 for Coon Rapids here in the second period. Caden Alford plays it back in and around. Wick waits, skates behind, stops up, looks up ice. No pressure coming. Now scared away by Jack Barsness. Hunters got it out to center. Cardinals get the takeaway, regroup in their own end. Here's Jack Barsness skating in, lost the handle a little bit. There's Clark, a high glove save for Doyle. Looked to beat him upstairs short side, and this one sent the length of the ice. We'll have icing again.
Doyle with a couple good saves to keep the Hunters in the game here to start the period.
Yeah, 4 shots on goal in the first 2 minutes, including 2 breakaways.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if they gave him a shot on goal for the second, because Tyson just sent that one up over the net on the backhand. Hunter's able to win the draw. Swung around by McGinn. That'll come out to center. Bresnahan will fire it back in deep. Jack Barsness pressuring McGinn. Hunter's able to come away with the puck. That pass doesn't click. Bresnahan again. He'll step up, and we've got the net off the moorings.
Hunter's trying to stretch the zone there a little bit with Backstrom flying through the middle of the ice. Just didn't quite click.
Center ice face-off. Net was bumped off as Barsness went to pressure the puck behind the net.
We'll get a line 1 versus 3 matchup here for the Cardinals. See if they can take advantage of it.
Bush gets it ahead. Bowden tried to one touch to Barsness. Didn't work. This one sent across. Barsness back for Bordner. Bordner back to Barsness. Barsness will skate out of his own end. Barsness into the zone, lost the handle. Bowden recovers, gets through some sticks, tried to play it back out front. Denfeld intercepts, back to center comes Liam Doyle. He will just send it in on the keeper Wagner. He'll cover it up and get a face-off.
There's the Hunters' first shot in the period from the neutral zone. Those are the kind you like to see.
Hey, if you're going to give up shots on goal, if they're more than 85 feet away, your goalie's got a pretty good chance.
Take your chances on that, yeah.
Face-off win for the Hunters. Good pressure from Bowden, forces it to center. He's got it, he's got a friend. Slides it across, Kish sends it just over the net.
Kish just got his body and the stick way out in front of him there, otherwise that would have been on the goal.
Bush's shot deflected into the corner, off the stick of Bowden looking for a tip. Denfeld skates, gets it ahead. Here's Lutalampi behind the defense. Pad save, rebound, and it's blocked by Novak, and that was just going wide as it was bouncing all over. High shot, knocked down by the keeper Wagner. Barsness will skate to center. Barsness gets it in, bumped off the puck by McGinn, recovered by Lutalampi behind his own net. Long pass, Scott tips it into the zone. He's stopped up there by Bresnahan.
Yeah, Hunter's starting to fly a man in the neutral zone to loosen things up a little bit.
This one off the skates of Alphen all the way down. Icing waved off. Alphen pokes it into the far corner. Wick, first one there. He's pressured by Tyson. And coming back the other way, Nolan Harju to center. Dumping in. Hunters get a line change. Novak gets it ahead to Alphen into the offensive end. Alphen circles in the corner, tried to get it back to Engberg. It was slowed, but Engberg will force it around to Alphen. Tried to center, rolled off his stick, picked up there by Backstrom. He gets it out to center. Bresnahan sends it cross ice. Nobody home for the Cardinals on the right wing. Engberg steps up, keeps it in the zone, and then couldn't get back across in front of Brady Wick. Cardinals regroup at their own blue line again. Tyson will deflect it in. Doyle will clear the zone himself right onto the stick of McMillan on the rush. He sends it wide. Backstrom bumped off it on the far side. Tie up in the corner. Bresnahan has his man pinned to the boards. Clark trying to dig it out. Eventually comes away with the puck. Andrew Clark pressured to the line but not out. Shot blocked by Bush. Bush will recover and he will skate. Dandon Bush gets it ahead. Handcuffed Tyson with a pass in tight to his skates a little bit. Bush forechecks, gets the turnover and tried to get it to Jack Barsness on the doorstep, but he was covered well and the Hunters able to get it out to center. Play out front and just out of the reach of Tristan Nephew, just could not get a redirect. Here's Jack Barsness trying to center. That's taken away by Smith. Smith lost the handle, now gets it ahead, deflected into the zone by Nephew. Bordner behind his own net will swing it around. Barsness to center, turned right back around by Udd. Into the zone, Lutalampi had it chopped off his stick, able to circle back and recover. Lutalampi winds, drops it off. Slap shot blocked by Barsness. Tyler Barsness trying to chip it back behind. Coming away with it is Bordner. His pass didn't get through. Good stick by Tyler Barsness. Bowden tried to get it back to him. They do get into the zone, but puck loose. Lutalampi able to recover for Denfeld and now play it back behind the net to safety for McGinn. McGinn's pass skips away from Fierro and came out of the zone, so Golan has to retreat. Barsness has to wait. Barsness had it tipped off his stick as he tried to enter, and then Bordner got a little anxious.
Yeah.
Didn't allow his teammates a chance to clear the zone. 10:20 to go, period number 2.
That's okay. Get a whistle, get your lines reorganized. Pretty good job so far, but Denfeld definitely is trying to find a way to get through the speed of the Cardinals, and they're floating those guys in the neutral zone, and they've had a couple opportunities to spring a few guys, so the Coon Rapids will have to keep an eye on that.
Well, and the line matchups is interesting because now you've got John Scott out there with Jacob Smith and Liam Doyle on the wings, so maybe double shifting their top center.
Yeah, it's good to see he's back in after taking that little crash into the boards earlier.
And that was offside as Scott was just a little too anxious on the near side.
Yep, just off by a whisker there.
Scott against Elfin on the draw. Scott able to win it, but jumping on it is Engberg. Engberg out front, a chance for Tyson point blank, but turned away by Doyle. Alphin interrupts the breakout. Tyson in the corner will shoot from a zero angle, turned away by Doyle, and here comes Scott to center. Scott has it tipped off his stick by Hazelwood. Those two tie up. A couple of bodies hit the ice out front. Hazelwood looking for some room. Passes cross ice, a little bit behind Tyson. He squeezed off it there. Comes back to him. Ref goes to the ice. Hazelwood back for Tandon Bush. Ahead for Eli Bowden. Bowden will get it to Hazelwood working down the right wing. He's into the zone. Cardinals finishing a line change. Hazelwood trying to get it to Barsness coming in from the far side. That didn't work. And the Hunters able to get it back out to center. Great pass from Bresnahan. Barsness right back into the zone. Looking for Hazelwood. He was tied up to the line but not out. Kish will step up on his backhand. He will circle and now send it back in deep. Lutalampi tried to reverse. Here's a chance for Kish out front. The shot deflected up and over and out of play. A big stick there for Corey Backstrom.
Good shift by Coon Rapids. They activated the D and had a good rotation. One of the forwards went back and took his spot and was able to get some opportunities out of that.
Midway through the second period, Coon Rapids with 2 in the first gives them that 2-0 lead. Out shooting the Hunters 6-4 here in the second. That shot from the point didn't make it through. Comes back out to center. Novak will send it across for Bresnahan, and now back for Novak. Novak's pass was deflected, picked up by Bresnahan. Into the zone, across. Barsness gets there first and sends it to the far corner. Bowden with a steal. Kish will play it back into the corner. He and McGinn meet there. Comes free. Barsness trying to get it out to the front. Bowden will get it back to Kish. A shot, a save by Doyle. Bowden back behind. Barsness can't get to it. Kish will recover for the Cardinals. Kish chopped at. Tried to send it back for Bowden, but it was intercepted. Kish had that one bounce off his stick, and then he drops McGinn to the ice. Played in on Wagner. Wagner thought about moving it, but with Lutalampe coming into pressure, he decides they'll just take the face-off.
Yeah, Kish and McGinn having a couple of battles that shift. One in the corner and one out there by the red line. There's a chatter going on between a few players here, getting a little physical the last few minutes.
Well, and that was talking to Coach Frock before the game. He said he watched the Minneapolis-Denfeld game last night. Said that was part of their game. They like to be physical, play a gritty game, and that's not necessarily the game that the Cardinals excel at, but they do have players that can play the physical game. But Cardinals really want to open it up. They want speed end to end,
yes.
and that's their strength, and that's what they are trying to force Denfeld into. But they're certainly not afraid to play the physical game. Engberg tried to get it across to Tyson. Engberg will get it back to the line. Bush able to glove it down and keep it in. Loose puck jumped on again by Engberg. Engberg, great to see him back. End of the season last year, went in hard along the end boards, just caught an edge, and one of the scariest injuries I have ever seen.
Oh, that's good.
And I was worried that, depending on the severity of the concussion and the symptoms lasting, would determine whether he would be able to play again. Great to see him back on the ice. And first 2 games, he's looked good.
Yeah, he has.
Tyson flips it ahead to Alphin. Alphin will switch sides with Barsness, and now we'll send it in and around. Barsness out front, and Bush was there, but well covered. Tried to turn and give a little backhand. Good step up there by Andrew Clark to keep it in the zone. Bush not able to do so on the far side. Bresnahan off the boards. Jack Barsness gets it into the zone and forechecks against McGinn. McGinn able to force it back out to center. Here's Jacob Smith. Had it tipped off his stick, then takes a check from Bresnahan. There to recover is Scott. Scott stood up by Bresnahan. Clark to the line, but not out. Golan with a block, and here's Bresnahan skating it in. Bresnahan gets it through McGinn. Out front, Golan a chance, and a save by Doyle. And another whistle for the Denfeld net coming off. And if they try to put that back at center, I'm going to ask as a coach why that's not in their zone. Their player, without any assistance from a Cardinal forechecker, took the line, took the net off of the moorings.
Yeah. Oh, well, that was a good net drive by Golan again. He has a nose for the net, that kid. That's going to pay dividends for him all year.
Couple of goals for him in the opener.
That's where the action is. Sometimes you pay a price, but if you can get down low, things will happen.
Good forecheck pressure. Bowden had it in his skates, able to get a little backhand on, not a lot on it, and Doyle able to make the save. Back the other way comes Backstrom. Backstrom blasted by Bresnahan, and that pops the door open and brings the whistle.
Well, I'm glad that the player didn't go through that door.
Yeah.
Because that would have been a bad deal. Yeah, get those doors shut properly.
That was just a well-timed, well-executed, solid body check from
nice.
Rowan Bresnahan. Just happened to be right at the door and pop it loose.
Yeah.
I don't know that I've ever seen that door come open during a game.
Yeah, well, there's a
here
first.
at the Crick.
Have to have the ice crew take a look at that after the game, make sure the mechanism's all working properly. That was just it was a nice check, solid hit.
The chance and a glove save for Will Wagner.
Yeah,
Opportunity for Nolan Harju off the face-off.
And he's a goal scorer, so it's a good save.
Harju with 4 goals, 6 assists in those first 2 games.
Yeah, the referees will talk about something here. About the clock was moving or something. Yeah. Added a few seconds, I think. And here we go.
Alphen wins the draw, played up the boards. Good tie up there from Tyson. Allows Engberg to escape with the puck. He tried to get it to a trailing Alphen. That didn't click. Scott into the zone.
Nice.
Able to get his shot off. Glove saved by Wagner. Alphen tied up along the boards.
Penalty
and he's
coming up.
going to end up getting a call for holding the stick.
Holding that stick. Oh, here comes that power play again. They didn't get any really great chances on their first one, but they certainly did show that they can set that up and move the puck around well.
First entry on the score sheet in this second period comes at 12:24, and it is a holding penalty against the Cardinals, Caden Alphen.
Okay, well, we'll see how this one goes. And the draw is one.
Denfeld able to win the draw. Up top, Brady Wick stepping in. Lutalampe kicked away by Wagner. And that comes out of the zone as it hopped over the stick of Wick. Hunters have to recover. Stahlberger got a piece of the pass, but the Hunters, again, able to recover, forced back into their own end. Valtteri Lutalampe dumps it in deep and gives chase. Novak couldn't get it past him. He's pinned to the boards by Stahlberger. Stahlberger
Penalty.
drawing a penalty here and will be at 4-on-4. And that's all based on strong defense. Lutalampe
Got him frustrated a little
reached
bit.
out, chopped at Stahlberger.
That's why you pressure people. After a while, they don't like it very much. And takes discipline not to retaliate, but Lutalampe did.
Well, and Lutalampe was already tied up by 1 and then takes a second hit and gives up the puck and just tried to reach out. He obviously didn't have any momentum, so 4-on-4. Cardinals win the draw. Bowden tied up behind the net. Barsness throws a check. Bowden recovers the puck out at center. Tyler Barsness looking for a lane through center, finds it into the zone, swept off his stick by Erickson. He'll swing it around near side, took a weird hop off the Zamboni doors, and here comes John Scott to center. Across for Braden Erickson into the zone, back for Scott, skipped off his stick. And in on Wagner, he covers up for a faceoff. 45 seconds left on the penalty to Alphen, and then a short Coon Rapids power play.
Good decision by Wagner there. Things were not quite as organized as they should have been, so get a whistle and put some new fresh bodies out there.
Engberg and Tyson up front for the Cardinals. Tandon Bush and Nolan Hazelwood, the defenders. Tyson had some momentum, but had it poked off his stick. He and Bush run into one another at center. Bush settles the puck, gets it to Tyson. Tyson looking to drag through McGinn, and he almost did, but McGinn got enough of it. Hazelwood with a stop as
Nephew was moving there.
Nephew tried to enter the zone. Hazelwood in deep in the corner, trying to center. That was broken up. Good stick by Tyson. Engberg couldn't get to the loose puck. Nephew turns with it, gets it ahead. Broken up by Hazelwood. Off the boards, Engberg into the zone. Engberg will flip it into the near corner. Tyson there for it. And now Coon Rapids on the power play. Denfeld able to clear the length of the ice. Wagner trying to quickly play it ahead. Alphen kicks it to Hazelwood. Into the zone. Eggenberg to Hazelwood. Hazelwood. Back door and a goal! Caden Alphen with his second of the game.
Yeah, Hazelwood did a great job using his strength there. He fought off that checker and was able to then get that puck over the weak side. And bang, that's number 3. Good job.
And a 3-goal lead is not insurmountable for this Denfeld squad, as they proved last night, but when they have been outshot, outpossessed, makes that much more difficult.
Yeah, it's early in the season, and a back-to-back, you might not be quite ready for that yet physically.
Cardinals trying to stretch it out, and it nearly clicked, but hopped away from Tyler Barsness. Chance at a goal! Getting in alone was Tyler Barsness, and he buries it.
Yeah, and it all started with good defensive pressure by Bowden down in their own zone, and then they're able to spring that puck up, and off goes Barsness, and he didn't miss that time.
22 seconds between goals, and now Coon Rapids a commanding 4-goal lead with under 10 minutes, or under 2 minutes to go in this second period.
Well, Coon Rapids is showing their speed. Their speed is definitely an issue for Denfeld right now.
Barsness is second of the season, but it's first with a goaltender in the net. That shot blocked. That one fired wide by Erickson. That one fanned on by McGinn. Bush gets it ahead to Clark. Clark will gain the zone, leave it for Barsness, plays it out front. Golan nearly able to tip it in. Denfeld fires it the length of the ice, and that'll be icing with 1:17 to go.
The Hunters would just like to get out of this period and regroup at this point.
Offensive zone faceoff for the Cardinals, now up 4-0. No scoring in this period for the first 14 and a half minutes, and then 2 very quick ones. Power play tally for Caden Alphen, and then Barsness getting through a defender and taking the defender's stick with him, and then burying it on the wrist shot behind Doyle. That outlet pass was deflected. Tie up at center. Tyson wins the battle. He's in close. He scores! That one somehow found a way through Doyle from an almost zero angle.
Doyle's had a pretty good game, but that one he'd like to have back. But Tyson really showing some speed down the left wing and was able to win the one-on-one battle and get a shot off, and it trickled in. And that's 3 goals in not much time.
In a minute, 30 seconds.
Wow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
90 seconds.
Wow.
And that has completely flipped this game on its head for the Duluth Denfeld Hunters.
Scoring for the Cardinals, number 22, Trenton Tyson. First assist, number 11, Caden Alphen. Second assist, number 17, Levi McCullough. Time to go 16-12 of the second period.
Final 20 seconds, 25 seconds here of the second period. Snapshot from Hazelwood, gloved by Doyle. 17 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, I think the speed just kind of wore Denfeld out a little bit in the
Well,
period of the long change. The defense.
And I think we've talked about it, and the coaches, that was their hope, was first lines can cancel each other out because Denfeld's top line, very speedy, has a lot of skill. but Cardinals just relying on their depth, felt they were a much better team, lines 2 and 3, and that has definitely held true through the first 2 periods, and they skate to the locker room with a huge 5-goal lead.
Yep, all they have to do now is just take care of business in the third period. You don't need any more goals. Nice to get a few, but just keep playing good defensive structure and help your goalie.
But we will take a break now with the Cardinals up 5-0. We'll be back with the third period after this. You're watching Boys High School Hockey on CTN. Back at the Coon Rapids Ice Center, the Cardinals with a 5-goal lead as we start the third period, and it was really just an onslaught late in the third. 3 goals inside of 90 seconds to really open this game up.
Yeah, and 14 shots to 7 in that period. So the second half of that period, all of a sudden Denfeld looked a little more tired. They lost some of their structure, and Coon Rapids took advantage of it with their speed.
Well, and getting the power play goal on an abbreviated power play was huge for Coon Rapids, and then that just kind of opened the floodgates. The last goal for Trenton Tyson there with just 48 seconds left in the period, that's one that Doyle doesn't give up more than once per 100 attempts.
Yeah, probably, because he's had a solid game. The pucks have gone by him, but he's had to face some good shots.
Well, and 2 goals in the final minute of periods, both period 1 and period 2. Cardinals able to score in that final minute of the period, and that is what here's a great opportunity. Bars this in, a save by Doyle. Again, they go to that stretch pass, work it back to the point.
Yep, good.
And then a beautiful pass from Bresnahan. Long shot gloved by Wagner.
It was a nice play, and it almost worked. And Doyle came out and answered the bell. Yeah, we don't talk enough about the Coon Rapids defense, but there's 4 solid defenders, and they move the puck well and skate well. That's a benefit.
Yep, and with the lead growing, they were able to get that third pairing out a little bit more late in that second period. We'll see if they roll deeper into their lines here with a larger lead. Good intercept by Harju. He fires, and a glove save by Wagner.
Yeah, you want to get everyone that you can experience early in the year. When you get a game that's a little bit under control, sneak some other people out there, get them some ice time. You never know if injuries happen somewhere in the year where you got to have somebody jump in and fill a spot. So get them a little bit of experience.
Bushy out on defense. As we talk about it, he'll pair up with Tandon Bush. Bush and Bushy on the blue line. A turnover, a chance, and a fan on the shot attempt by Alex Udd. Backstrom tries to force it deep. That was slowed. Tyson will get it back out to center. Tyson with speed down the left wing. Circles the net. Looks, waits, plays across. Bushy trying to cut back. Trying to find some room against Backstrom. Still has the puck. Shot, not a lot on it. Rebound chance for Engstrom. Went off the dasher up into the netting, and that'll be the face-off in the Denfeld end.
Doyle did that little push-off of the post corner, and, gee, that net came off again.
Face-off win for the Cardinals. Bush will play it in deep, out of the reach of Engberg in the corner. Smith tried to center. It was taken away by Tyson. Engberg trying to get it back to him. Off the end boards. Tyson tied up. Picked up by Jacob Smith. That pass just out of the reach of Nephew, but forced out to center by Matthias McMillan. Back out to center. Bushy chased. Will play it off the near boards. Turned back up ice by DeCampoliza. This one gloved down by Bushy, just into his own end. Gets it ahead for Engberg at the blue line. Leaves it for Tyson, back for Engberg. Engberg behind the net. Trying to center, that was broken up and pushed into the near corner where it's recovered by Nephew. Nephew had it stripped away by Tyson. Gets it back to Alphen, tried to get Engberg, who was on his forehand, but it was poked away. Bresnahan back in his own end, ahead for Tyson, and timing a little bit off as Alphen was in a step or two early.
Too bad. That was a nice read by the pass up the ice when the Denfeld team was changing players, and always, if you can, keep somebody on the far blue line away from the bench and stretch that ice, and you can get some good opportunities off of that.
Scott able to win the draw, get it in deep. Off the end boards, Bresnahan reverses away from trouble, ahead for Tristan Golan. Golan to center. Had it tipped off his stick, able to sweep it ahead for Clark. Clark trying to leave it for Jack Bresnahan. Barsness just out of his reach. Clark able to win it back in the corner. Denfeld able to gain control, long cross ice pass. And a falling Bresnahan leaves an opportunity for Harju, but he's not able to take advantage. Bresnahan back to his feet, gets the puck, skates to the offensive end. He'll dip behind the net. For Novak, his shot saved by Doyle, taken away by Erickson. Erickson, his pass deflected, went off of Harju, and here's Tyler Barzis out front. Golan, an opportunity, can't get back to it as it was in his skates, and then tried to spin around. And back the other way comes Lutalampi out front, and a good back check stick from Tyler Barsness because Scott had a wide open net.
Yes, that would have been
and
a goal.
And he just able to hold his stick down enough. And here's Barsness dancing around one defender. Can't get through the second, loses a glove in the attempt to get around Braden Erickson. Great effort by Bowden to poke that one back to Hazelwood. A fan on the pass attempt by Kish. Leads to a chance, but a block by Hazelwood. Bowden down the right wing. Bowden trying to dance his way through the defender, Nolan Udd. That was unsuccessful. Hazelwood back to the point. Kish keeps it in. Alphen flips it towards center. Nobody there in a white jersey. Doyle will play it back out to center. Comes all the way back down. This one tipped down for Alphen to carry it. Alphen trying to stay out of the reach of McGinn. He's taken down. They both go down in the corner. Puck left where Tristan Nephew can recover, and that one ends up and out of play.
And McGinn's played a pretty solid game for Duluth. He's a pretty physical player. He's been laying the body checks on people. And Alphen's had a good game. He's showing good speed today, which is causing a lot of problems for Denfeld.
Again, a little give and go, and now they play it up the left side for McMillan, who gets it out to center. Cardinals able to squeeze it off and get right back on the attack. Tyson had it tipped off his stick. Bush, a shot through traffic. Alphen had a chance off the end boards to try and complete the hat trick, but what do you know?
Yeah,
the net has come off its mooring.
Yeah, that's not staying
it's
there very well.
It's interesting to me that only one team's net has come off, and it's come off a half a dozen times.
Mm-hmm. Some goalies are real good at using that post to push off, and for whatever reason, whenever Doyle does that, the net pops off. So must be his technique.
To the line, Bresnahan just fires into the far corner. Scooped up there by D. Campbell-Eza. Ahead, Scott. For Lutalampi, he's tied up. Scott gets the puck back for the Hunters, and then he is tied up and gives it up. Here comes the Cardinals with numbers into the zone, and Engberg has to take one more step before trying to drop that pass.
Too bad. A nice 3-on-2 going there.
Right thought.
Yeah, it was.
Just the timing again, a little bit off at the blue line.
Yeah. Just keep working on that in practice, and eventually in the games you'll get that down to a science here.
Off the draw, Golan sweeps it back to Bresnahan. His pass deflected. Ends up on the stick of Brady Wick. He gets it ahead for Scott. Scott able to regain control after being bumped. Trying to set her. That was broken up. Backhander toward the net. Glove down by Novak. Denfeld buzzing a little bit with this top line. Ludalampi fires wide. Wick at the blue line. His shot is blocked. Loose puck. Golan gets it ahead. A breakaway for Jack Barsness, and he is denied by Doyle. Back into the corner. Clark trying to pressure, but Wick able to pass it out. Golan nearly had an opportunity, tied up at the last minute.
And he'll get a penalty.
And Golan's going to end up getting a penalty for a little chop on Harju after the play. Rebound chance. Huge save, still loose. Scrambling is Wagner. He's finally able to get on top of it.
Wow.
And now we've got some extracurriculars with a little pushing, a little shoving, a couple of punches being thrown. Cardinals will end up at least with the one penalty. We'll see if there are any more.
Well, Hunter's getting a little bit frustrated because Wagner made 2 huge saves there if we had it on the replay, which we don't have right now. But if we did, you'd see him challenge that first shooter, make a great save, and then the second shot came right away, and he was able to stand tall on that as well. Now, let's see what we have going.
Yeah, frustration penalty to Tristan Golan, going to be the only one called here.
Yeah, and they just let him go.
So all the extracurriculars amounted to no extra penalty. Oh, they are going to give. Oh, they're just calling the official over.
Chatting.
They opened the Denfeld penalty box. I didn't know if they were supposed to have someone in there as well. But yeah, no extracurriculars at the end.
This isn't going to really cause anything.
Yeah, there were a couple. It looked to me like there were a couple of punches thrown, but the official said, it's guys being guys, frustrated. But Golan's penalty, he saw that pass coming and thought he had a great chance on a one-on-one, got tied up at the last second, a little frustration, retaliation with his stick leads to the penalty, and Denfeld on the power play. 0 for 2 with 3 shots on their advantages so far. One of them was a short power play, and that pass did not work, forces them all the way back into their own end. Oh, they're giving him a double minor.
Yeah, that was Denfeld got a little too cute there. Didn't need to do the one-time pass there. Could have stopped it and moved the puck
So a great
along.
opportunity with 4 minutes on the power play for Duluth Denfeld. If they can score in the first half and give themselves a double opportunity, possibly get themselves back into this game. Good squeeze along the end boards by Novak. Stahlberger in there to help. Puck comes free. Bresnahan has it, and he'll skate with it. Bresnahan through center. Will take the shot. Score! Over the glove. A shorthanded goal for Rowan Bresnahan.
Yeah, there's another one Doyle probably wanted back. He went down the butterfly a little earlier than he wanted to, and that puck was high, and it handcuffed him and in the net. And Bresnahan, a nice rush again. He's had good legs today, and he had a nice shot to that far corner. And there's number 6 to running time, and it's a shorthanded goal. You'll love to see those.
A shorthanded goal, a power play goal, and a goalie change. No, Wagner just went over. Yeah. I just saw him skating out. I was like, wait, are we seeing a goalie change?
I thought that too. He's
played very, very well. Oh, you said that naughty word.
Now I realized it once I said it. I apologize if something happened.
Still a power play. Good stick by Tandon Bush to deny the centering pass. And good pressure to force it back out of the zone. Bresnahan unassisted, shorthanded. This one kicked into the zone. Hazelwood will get there in front of Fierro. And he'll find the lane and send it all the way down.
Yep, that's a good decision once in a while. Just put it down there, let them come 200 feet.
And, of course, that hurts when you have that 4-minute power play but then give up a shorthanded goal. Not only did you give up a shorthanded goal, but as you mentioned, it's goal number 6, so should be running time from here on out.
Should be. Another good clear by Coon Rapids, get fresh players out.
And that'll kill the first half, so now even a power play goal would mean they stop the time, but it would end their power play. Have yet to put a shot on goal here. since getting the double minor to Tristan Golan. And here comes Bresnahan again, leading the rush. Tried to play it back, and that was not advised.
No, keep it low.
You're shorthanded, just tie it up in the corner and suck time off the clock.
Absolutely.
Scott tried to go high top side, short side. Here's another chance. That one turned away. Bresnahan gets it, and we'll just play it the length of the ice.
Yeah, get some fresh bodies out. He's down to 120 left in that double.
Harshu got it back to Scott, but then broken up by Engberg and cleared down ice by Alfman. Lutalampi will start it out near side for Harshu. Harshu forced into the corner, tried to center from behind. That bounces, and Alfman plays it all the way down.
Real nice, efficient penalty kill. Break up plays. You have no outman numbering situations, just send it down.
Lutalampi into the zone. Fans calling for offside, and I think that was fair. Dancing with it is Harshu back up top. That shot through traffic and reaching out for the glove save is Will Wagner.
Yeah, good job by Wagner. Another good thing for the Cardinal penalty killers. They're real good active sticks today. Those sticks are in passing lanes. They're interrupting plays. Not really, when Denfeld gets that opportunity, they have to make a perfect pass because A, they're getting pressure, and B, there's nowhere to put the puck without a stick in the way. So that's good penalty killing.
And with the running time, that kills the remainder of the penalty to Golan. So as the puck gets dropped, the player released. And here's an opportunity on the breakaway for Tyler Barsness. He scores again!
Yes, Denfeld looking to score on that power play. It ends, and they forget about a dangerous person behind them. And good awareness by the Cardinals finding these open players today, and they've sprung some people, and another nice goal.
7 goals in the game, 12 in their first 2. But again, 2 empty net goals against Chisago on Tuesday night. It's still 12 goals in 2 games.
Yeah, we talked about Denfeld as being a high-scoring team. Coon Rapids is showing they have the firepower as well. Tonight they're really doing it. This afternoon they're doing a great job.
Barsness trying to get that one through traffic, had Bowden breaking, but that was denied by Doyle. Here's Barsness into the zone, out front. Bowden had to reach back for it. Kish a chance, turned away by Doyle.
Nice passing play.
Up the near side comes Smith, runs into Bresnahan. Kish will carry behind his own net. Ahead for Bowden. Bowden to Barsness, leaves it for Bowden. Trying to get it back to Barsness, didn't get what he wanted on it, and they leave it behind the net for Alex Udd. Liam Doyle to center, will dump it in. Bresnahan will stop it up and turn it around quickly. Jack Barsness to Clark, leaves it for Barsness. Tried to get it back to him, but he was taken off of the puck by Frazier. McGinn flips it out on the backhand. Frazier will dump it into the far corner. That pass behind went off the side of the net. Clark tried to recover, chopped off his stick. Now getting it is Bush. Golan's cross-ice pass was deflected, now recovered by McGinn back in his own end. Golan waits. Barsness clears the zone. He flips it high into the far corner. Udd behind the net. McGinn fires it the length of the ice. Icing waved off, and so Wagner tried to clear. Hunter's able to keep it in, and this one will be icing against the Cardinals as the clock ticks down towards 4 minutes remaining.
Yep, this last 4 minutes, you just want to play good, hard defense. You don't need any more goals. They're nice to have, but
and icing is not a bad thing because you're gonna take 20 seconds plus off the clock with an icing or a cover from your goaltender.
Yeah, right on.
Face off, tied up. Bresnahan comes away with the puck. circles back behind her zone net. Off the boards for Alphen. Alphen gets it ahead to Tyson at center. Tyson will carry in, has Engberg with him. He'll take the shot. That misses wide. And wings all the way back out to neutral ice. Bresnahan back to Alphen in their own end. Alphen will get away from the stick check of Lutalampe. Skate in, tried to come back through the defender. He's tied up and body slammed at the side of the net, but apparently that is not a penalty.
No. Erickson gave him a little bit of business there.
Here's a chance out front. Lutalampe had it tipped away at the last second by Bordner. And Bordner hit hard into the end boards and a little slow to get up. It looks like he's going to be okay, but that's going to lead to a Denfeld penalty.
Yeah, at this point in the game, we don't need to see any of that stuff. It's not your day, Denfeld, but not time to lay the lumber on guys like that.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a frustration penalty for sure. The ref's discussing the severity of the call here before heading to make the call.
Oh, he was in an awkward position. He was turning his body when he got hit. I don't know if they're giving him a 5.
I think they said like 5. Well, they said cross-check. So cross-check and boarding?
Check from behind.
So they're going to
check. Well, they'll just talk about it for 2 minutes and the game will be over.
They did, right. He did give the indication for a check from behind. I'm not sure what they're going to put up on the board.
I think it's 5. That's what it looks like he's signaling. Well, whatever it is, regardless, Coon Rapids will be on the power play the rest of the game because we're under 2 minutes now.
Well, and is that Scott that took the penalty? And if it is 5 in a game, that's tough for Denfeld because if that 5 also carries with it a game misconduct, he won't be able to play next game.
That's
He's clearly their leader.
Yeah.
Cross-checking penalty, 5 and 10 minute misconduct. Scott.
Oh, so 5 and 10. So
no game.
Fortunate that
5 major.
That it's not a. Ooh, the redirect just misses wide for Engberg.
Certainly is a frustration penalty because he's been getting hit a lot today, and I think he just had enough of it.
Well, in my opinion, there should have been when Alphen got like body slammed and an elbow drop right at the side of the net after the puck was gone, and there was no penalty for that. But then, just an ill-advised timing for that hit at the other end. Alphen's redirect just goes wide.
It's always the warning at the beginning of the year. Hockey is a rough game.
It is.
You could get hurt.
Barsness down the wing. Will circle behind. Good stick. Poke it away from him by Nolan Udd. Barsness holds on the boards. Gets the puck back. Under 30 seconds remain. Bresnahan walks in. His shot gloved.
Yeah, and that should about do it. I'm sure they'll just take their time to put the face-off down, and the game should be over. Good win for the Cardinals.
Get a line change. Great win.
I really thought they'd have a tough time. I thought it'd be a good game with Denfeld, and it was for most of it. But that second part of the second period just kind of sealed the Hunters' fate.
Yeah, and really, I mean, if they don't give up that goal in the final minute of the first period, it's tight until the final 5 minutes or 3 minutes, really, of the second period. And it was really back and forth. I thought the Cardinals had better puck possessions, better opportunities.
More speed. But their speed really did show today.
Yeah, and it was like the coaches had talked about. As long as we can match up one line 1-for-1 and neutralize their top line, we'll be able to win with our depth because our depth has more speed than theirs, and it certainly does. And a shutout tonight for Will Wagner.
Wagner played great in the net. 18 saves. Yeah, I liked how Coon Rapids had puck support. They played little tight man games where short passes, 3-4 feet from each other to get things started, and then springing people into open areas with their speed and good pass precision really was a difference today.
Yeah, and a great start to their season. They get off to a 2-0 start. You always want to start with a winning record. The Cardinals have done so. They got a number of different guys involved as well. So that part, very good. Everything very good. It's always good to go back to the locker room with a 7-0 win.
Absolutely. I think they're looking like they're on track to have a good year. Just have to keep building game by game and just keep working on playing tight as a team and go from there.
Well, and it's been a great start for the CTN crew. We saw the girls win 4 straight. We saw the boys win 2 straight. We got basketball home opener coming up next Tuesday, and a lot more action coming up on CTN. But that is going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score, Coon Rapids 7, Duluth Denfeld 0. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. To the entire crew, including Nick Shaw and Will Riley, who did the real work on the technical end tonight. And, of course, my partner, Jerry Grant. I'm Joe Young, saying good night.